I don't think you want to subconsciously have this mindset of hate towards women.
It's not hate towards women. I don't know where you get that idea from.
Because now you're approaching your dating life from this place of weakness and bitterness and wanting to...
When did any one of those people that you showed me say I hate women?
Wanting to beat women. Like, you want to win the interaction. For me...
Where was the bit about beating women?
Fuck you, care!
Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm looking at a video by How to Beast, and the video is called Red Pill Alpha Males Need to Stop. Is that a command or just a suggestion? Let's have a look at the video.
I don't know what kind of bitch-ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with...
Here's Andrew Tate. I've done a reaction video to Andrew Tate. I'll stick it up here.
...her friends without him. No restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
He doesn't even let his girls go out to the restaurants. The red pill. Pretty good, actually. This one's the pink pill. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. 7-Eleven jelly beans. Not too good. Not too bad. I pass on them. What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. When it comes to self-improvement advice for men, it seems that by far the most popular and relevant genre over the last few years is this red pill, manosphere, alpha male inspired.
Yeah, I don't like the manosphere, and I think alpha male is overused, but definitely red pill. Because most people are blue pilled and they need to be red pilled. Like in the Matrix, they need to be woken up to all the bullshit.
In the past, I've given some brief thoughts here and there about what I don't really like about it. But today I want to dive in a little bit deeper and take a look at a few guys who have been trending in this space.
So I end up with all these chicks just stuck in their house, sitting there, bored, completely in love with me. And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out.
So first off, we got Andrew Tate, and he is coming in hot.
I don't know what kind of bitch-ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
He doesn't even let his girls go out to the restaurants. Now, to be fair, there's definitely some truth here.
Well, who would she be going out to the restaurant with? Another guy? No. Okay, her friends? What are her friends going to tell you? You're too good for him, get another guy. Like...
if you're dating a girl exclusively and she's a girl who wants to go out to the clubs all the time with her friends, I would say that's a red flag, because, like, what do people do when they go out to the clubs? They're talking to people of the opposite gender.
See, he gets it. Unless you're John Wick and you're going out to fight people in the club, like Batman does as well.
At the very least, this is going to be a girl who, who really likes male attention. That's probably not a sign of a very loyal girl, right? But the restaurants, man, he might just be throwing some humor in there, trying to exaggerate a little bit. If he truly has his girls, like, agree not to go to the restaurants, I don't know if they're going to be telling him the truth, right? They might just be telling him what he wants to hear. If you're someone who's that concerned about your girl leaving the house, I'd be curious, like, why?
There I am, pacing around.
Be curious, like, why? What's happened to you in the past that's caused you to have...
Fuck you. If you think a man like me has to be loyal to some stupid whoopie like you, you're out your fucking mind. You ain't been through a fraction of the shit I've been through to become the man I am. You're nothing.
Seems like there's a lot of anger here, a lot of anger towards women.
Please understand, there is no female on the planet who would not be a loving, loyal, subservient girlfriend to men of our caliber.
So it seems like what he's saying here is that there's not a single girl on the planet who wouldn't be happy to be subservient to him.
No, he didn't say to him, he said to men of his caliber.
And to be fair, this is a guy, I believe he was an ex-professional fighter, kickboxer. He clearly has, his style down. He's got a good look to him. He's built a brand of his own. So I'm sure that he doesn't have problem getting girls, like, to give him full credit. It's just not, like, a logical belief to think that every girl in the world would be attracted to you. Again, not sure if there's some exaggeration going on here. Unless you're Drake or something, every guy has experienced his fair...
Unless you're Drake. Look at Drake. Like, Drake couldn't even get Rihanna. He's such a beta when it comes to Rihanna, isn't he?
Fair share of rejection, so I'm not sure if that's happened to him and he has a certain way to rationalize it. I'm not sure. But it's kind of the funny part about the red pill for me is that there's a lot of anger towards women and almost putting them down as second-class citizens, so to speak, but below men, yet all of the purpose of their content is geared towards getting girls. It would be like if I hated pizza. I was like, bro, pizza is disgusting. It's the problem with our society. People are getting overweight and putting on fat because they're eating all this pizza. It's terrible. But then I'm going every night to Domino's, just trying to eat as many pizzas as I can and bragging about it at the same time. Like, what? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe there's a false assumption there. Maybe they don't hate women. Has he come out and said, I hate women?
It doesn't make sense.
Here's the truth about male-female relationships. Women fuck men they respect. That's it. They don't fuck men they like. They don't fuck men they love. They fuck men they respect. If she loves you and likes you and doesn't respect you, she will not have sex with you.
Hashtag I agree.
All right, that's facts. That's facts.
See, look, he even agrees at that.
So if you allow her to blatantly disrespect you and you tolerate that, then you're setting a precedent, which means, well, why would I respect this guy in the first place?
This is all extremely true. He's basically talking about
There you go, mate. You've been won over.
setting boundaries, right? You know,
And yeah, and that's what I talk a lot about on this channel, about how to set boundaries, what to say yes to and what to say no to.
in the past when I was too afraid to set boundaries with girls, maybe she was texting on her phone a lot on the first date, or she showed up super late and I didn't say anything. Well, obviously those did not go well because those girls knew, like, well, I can do anything to this guy and he's not gonna say anything. But
You haven't got any substance. So how can they respect you if you've got no substance?
once I was able to get comfortable, calmly calling girls out and say, hey, I'm not sure what's going on. You're on your phone a lot, but can you put that away for the rest of the date? I really want to get to know you.
Ooh, what are you telling them what to do? That's kind of like telling them not to go out to the club, isn't it? Or not to go out to a restaurant.
It's like night and day difference how these girls react to you and treat you from that point on.
You haven't got to be an asshole. You haven't got to be aggressive. I'll sit with a girl and very politely say, look, if we're going to be in a relationship, if I'm going to take you seriously, you're not going to have male friends. If you want to hang around with a whole bunch of men, then I'm not going to take you seriously. What do you mean you won't take me seriously? I mean we can fuck, but I'm never going to look at you as serious material.
This is exactly right.
He seems to be agreeing a lot, given the fact that, he seems to disagree with the ethos of it.
Just because a girl has a bunch of guy friends doesn't mean she can't be a hookup buddy. But again, why does a girl have a lot of guy friends? It's usually a girl who wants a lot of validation or a lot of backup options. It's facts.
So because she acted a fool, you're like, no, fuck you. And she's trying to come back, and you're like, no, fuck you. I'd rather lose you and stay a gangster. Because I'd rather be etched in her brain. For eternity.
So I agree you need to know when to walk away and just leave a girl behind you, like that's that. But it's a little strange that his reasoning is that he wants to be etched into their minds forever. Like, I'd like to ask him, why is it important to you to be etched into these girls' minds forever? I don't have the answer to that, but the only reason I can think of is that makes him feel, important and like he has.
No, it's more to do with the fact that they go around with a certain degree of entitlement. And so once you say, look, you're not entitled to anything, it kind of sticks in their mind a little bit.
Power over these women, and that kind of is coming from a place of weakness. Right? It's better to walk away from a girl because it's not going to be adding value to your life and it's adding anxiety and it's just not good for you, and moving past it for you. All right, let's hop into the next game. What are you doing? Let's make a gainer shake. Chill, bro. Do you not see all of the camera equipment that's out here right now? I'm clearly filming right now, bro. No, I mean, I see that. Also saw the comments last week, though.
It's a skit. If I ever do stuff like this, unsubscribe from my channel. I never ask anyone to subscribe to my channel. I think I did in one video once because I was on 99 and wanted to get to 100 subscribers. But I don't tell people to like and, subscribe and all that kind of bullshit. Everyone who's subscribed to my channel has done it off their own accord without my influence. So, yeah, if I ever do stuff like this, just unsubscribe. Don't watch any of my stuff.
What? Glad you noticed. I found this, it's called Manscaped. Found it in the bathroom over there. Bro, that's gross. He took my Manscaped razor. Also, I want to say thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. Check it out. Manscaped was created to help us men level up our grooming game. And it all starts with this guy right here, the Lawnmower 4.0. The built-in skin-safe technology means you get a close trim every single time without risking any nicks or ingrown hairs. Like, this guy is the key for manscaping your chest and your abs for maximum muscle definition and for trimming down below the belts, because like they say, when you trim the hedges, it makes the tree look bigger. I also love their Weed Whacker, which has made it easy for me to get rid of those disgusting nose hairs and ear hairs. Not to mention their Crop Preserver, which is an anti-chafing ball deodorant, so you're always smelling good down there. And because Manscaped is sponsoring today.
Right, you finished?
All right, now that we dealt with that, let's hop back in.
You want to sleep with a girl? I've got some advice for you.
I bet you do.
We all want that.
Absolutely do not let her open doors.
You don't want her opening doors, you want her behind closed doors. It's probably the wrong accent.
Chivalry's not dead. Women do not want to be men as much as they lead on. They want men to be men.
I do think there's truth there. I think a lot of the alpha females you'll meet out there who are a little bit more aggressive and defensive up front, I think likely most of these women have had some events in their past, likely a guy they dated in their past, where either they suffered some abuse or the guy was very weak and didn't know how to lead, and as a result of these things, it's kind of like a defense mechanism that, look, I can't depend on men, so I need to depend on myself. And from my experience, if you show these girls that you can lead,
I don't think it's so much that. I think it's more to do with the fact that women are attracted to male traits. And so what they do is they emulate male traits because their automatic assumption is that men are attracted to those traits, but men aren't attracted to masculine traits. The same is true with men. That's why you've got beta males in the first place. They're mimicking what they think girls want instead of just being honest. So both sexes are mimicking each other's communication styles. So the men are pretending to be more effeminate in order to friend zone their way into a relationship. And the women are trying to be more dominant like men because they're attracted to it. They assume that that's attractive to men, but it's not. So they're trying to get the high status, high paid jobs, you know, for all education and all that kind of stuff, independent girl and all that kind of bullshit. And it means nothing. It's less attractive to a man. So I think there's a miscommunication between the sexes because they're both communicating in the way in which they want to be communicated to. I probably didn't explain that very well, but I know what I mean. I'll probably delve into it in another video, but I can't be arsed now and I want to get through this video.
and you can make decisions and take responsibility and be strong, they'll learn to kind of soften up and relax into your leadership.
So one thing I love to tell girls when they try to approach a door.
Yes, there's another one, is that like women like leaders, for example. So they'll act like a leader because they think that that's attractive because they're attracted to it, but men aren't attracted to it. And men like submissive women. So beta male men act like submissive women in order to get women because they think they find it attractive. That's kind of what I'm saying. So the roles are all completely mixed up and reversed.
Or I tell them directly, do not open a door around me. In fact, if you beat me to the door, wait, I'll be right there, but you're not opening the door.
That seems a little bit strange of a thing to say to me. It's one thing to always make an effort to open the door and to do the chivalrous thing. I think that's great, but to tell a girl that, I think it would come across as if you were trying to overcompensate. It comes across as if you're trying to be like, I'm this manly man, don't open any doors around me. Like, actions always speak louder than words, and if you actually do that and demonstrate that, from my experience, that's a lot more impactful than like telling someone that. Like, for example, we know women generally find assertive men attractive, and one way to show this up front is to approach the girl, ask her out, and to set up the date.
If women sexually select and they're picking you, what would you approach as a man?
If you approached her, you wouldn't tell her, I'm gonna ask you for your number, and then I'm gonna set up the date, and don't you dare suggest a place where we're gonna eat, because I'm gonna suggest the place.
I see it all the fucking time. You get a 6, and all she does, instead of crying about it like a pussy like you're doing, is she goes and gets her ugly ass in the squat rack, buys some boobs, learn how to put makeup on, and all of a sudden we all call her a 9. What are you doing to get better?
Love this. I think the number one excuse we make as men, and I used to do this, is to say, well, I'm not attractive. It's not going to work for me. When in fact, you have a lot of control over your looks. You can upgrade your style, get a better haircut, get in shape at the gym so your clothes fit.
It's superfluous and superficial. It's very similar to, again, that's going back to what I was saying earlier. Like, men are very visual. They're attracted to visual, you know, how things look visually. Women, it's not so much. It's more about how you act and behave. So you could be a fat fuck and still have more success than a guy with a six-pack if you're acting like a fucking man instead of a pussy. So I suppose it matters to some degree because, you know, looks matter to some extent, but not the degree to which the manosphere guys proclaim it does.
You better make more money, learn how to take the lead and be assertive with girls, and it makes a huge difference.
Are you hitting the gym? Are you getting better at your money? Are you learning style? Are you becoming charming? Are you doing those things?
Are you becoming charming? I think you should be doing all those things because you want to. And I think that guys do that so that they can help respect themselves more. Whereas if you can just respect yourself no matter what your position is in life, no matter what you look like, no matter what clothes you're wearing. One of my favourite scenes from James Bond was with Pierce Brosnan, and I think it was Die Another Day. And he's just been captured and tortured for months, and he died and then come off the ship and then just walked into a hotel because he's got a good network, up to the boss. And like the way he walks into the hotel, the way that he looks and the way he's dressed and all that kind of stuff. So when you're the fucking man, it doesn't really matter anyway. It's just aesthetics. Whereas if he'd have, you know, had emotional damage from being captured and, you know, was like limping in because he'd been beaten up so much, then... You know, he didn't. He walked in like a fucking boss.
Been busy, have we, Mr. Bond?
Just surviving, Mr. Chang. Just surviving.
Or being able to get women is like taking a half-court shot at a basketball game. But if you handle your fitness, you get to go to the three-point line. If you handle your style, you get to go to the foul line. If you handle your game and like frame with women, you get to go kind of to...
I think with game, like I've said many times on this channel, the only winning move is not to play the game. Just don't play the fucking game. Let them play your game, and you set up the rules and the procedures for what that is.
The block. And if you handle your money and everything else, you get to stand under the fucking goal.
That is a money analogy. As someone who makes YouTube videos, I like that a lot. And it's true. You know, back in college, for me in my early 20s, I was like I was taking full court shots. I mean, I wasn't even taking the shots because I was so afraid, like, there's no chance this full court shot is going to go in. You know, through my journey over the last 10 years, focusing on leveling up different areas of my life, I naturally get a lot more female attention now. We're a lot closer to the hoop. We're a lot closer to that layup. I mean, there's a lot of truths here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to set up the circumstances where what you want will happen. And so, yeah, so I do agree with that to some degree. I just think it's like when I see the fresh and fit people and all that, they kind of over-exaggerate how important that is. It is important, but it's not essential and it's not completely necessary. You can do it without it.
A lot of truths here, bro, but my issue that I take, my only qualm is when the rhetoric gets very extreme and it starts to go down a path of like women are the problem and
well, they are a lot of the time.
And it's just them. And
no, it's not just them.
And they're the reason for the deteriorating dating market and men don't have any responsibility.
You know, going to the gym and making money and all those things that they were advocating, that's taking on responsibility. That's not abdication of it.
All girls are gonna cheat. They're all hoes. My worry is that guys...
Well, again, that wasn't said in the video either. I think he watched completely different videos because there was no snippets of that from what I saw.
Guys who are looking for dating advice and trying to level up and are naturally gonna be consuming these things, like they want to improve their life, right? And even though there's a lot of truth and a lot of tools being given that can help them improve their life, I don't think you want to subconsciously have this mindset of hate towards women.
It's not hate towards women. I don't know where you get that idea from.
Because now you're approaching your dating life from this place of weakness and bitterness and wanting to...
When did any one of those people that you showed me say I hate women?
Wanting to beat women. Like you want to win the interaction. For me...
Where was the bit about beating women?
I want to improve my dating life or have a good dating life because it adds value to my life and it makes me happier, whether I'm hooking up with a girl, having a cat.
Well, it's half of the reason why you're here, to survive and reproduce. It's the reproduction aspect.
Having a casual relationship or in a committed relationship, like I want to actually enjoy the company of women. I don't want to look.
Well, do then.
To look at them as these subservient creatures, but then at the same time want to spend a bunch of time with
What if they want you to be dominant so they can be subservient? Maybe some women enjoy that.
them. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm not saying you need a girlfriend or a wife to be happy. I say it over and over again, bro. Like, girls are the icing on your cake.
No, there's so much more than that. They're so important. It's so important to get a good woman and to have a child and to have a family. You're going to create a baby together if you're being serious about relationships. And so they're not just the icing on the cake. If you're going to be having children together, you're going to be mixing half your genes together, and that's a huge commitment. And you're going to bring people into the world. It's magical. So I think saying it's the icing on the cake is kind of belittling it. You need a life partner. You need somebody to witness your life. You need companionship. I think he's straw manning it a little bit.
Bake a dope cake. The flour, the butter, the eggs. That's your fitness, your habits, your career, your overall well-being.
He's using cake to represent fitness.
And if you find a cool girl or a few cool girls, they're just the icing. They're just the cool design on top.
I think that is shallow. I think that's superfluous. I think that's a toxic idea.
You can take that off the cake and it's still a dope cake. And if you're someone who really resonates with this more extreme red pill rhetoric,
making a cake is a man and woman getting together and putting some ingredients together to make a baby. The baby is the cake. So I don't know, that's how I see it.
Rhetoric, and you feel negativity and anger towards women, I want to leave you with two questions. Are those beliefs making your life better and happier?
Well, at what point in the videos did they say they were angry at women?
Or are they just making it easier to get by each day? And
maybe they're not angry at women, mate.
By each day. And second, and more importantly, why do you feel this way? Like, seriously, sit for a second and ask, why do I feel this way towards women? Because every guy I've talked to this about has either had an abusive relationship in the past with a girl who, cheated on him or did something really disrespectful and left, or they're guys who had zero success with girls at all, and it offers, a belief system that makes it okay. That means that they're better off without girls almost because.
Look, here's an idea. Stop trying to think of it in terms of men versus women. Just look at it at behaviors. Is this person acting like a dickhead or not? Whether it's a man or a woman. And men let women get away with things in relationships that they wouldn't let other men get away with because they fancy them. That's how they get pussy whipped. So the whole idea is to take your feelings off the table and deal with people logically with equality. If this person's a dickhead to me, I'm going to ignore him, whether it's a man or a woman. And if this person's going to lie, cheat, and deceive me, I'm not going to tolerate it.
Almost because girls suck anyway. Anyway, I hope that all made sense. I just wanted to give y'all my 2 cents on the subject. If right now you're trying to level up your dating life and meet more women and you're looking for some help with that, I do have a private coaching program. Link
I should get a private coaching program
in the description to learn more about that and apply to work with us. If you made it to the end of the video,
I think I did.
I appreciate you, bro. Hit that thumbs up button.
I'm not going to, but I'll give you a little thumbs up in the video.
Wrap up with some disgusting pizza. Stuff is awful, but I eat Domino's. Gotta eat it every night though, right? Gotta love this stuff. I will talk to y'all.
Maybe your girlfriend's just the pepperoni on the pizza.
In the next video. Stay.
Alright, y'all.
Stay beastly.
Stay beastly. Right, okay, yeah. And also, I've got a product as well for online dating success. So here's the advert for it now. Hello, my name is Doug and I've created a video tutorial called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. The reason why I've created this product is to help those men out there who are dating online but are not getting the replies or getting the dates that they desire. My product will teach you what to message a girl, what not to message a girl, when to message a girl, how to respond when you're not sure what to write, what to do if she doesn't reply, how to get her phone number, and how to communicate to get online dating success. If you're getting matches and no success, this product is for you. It's what you need to do today to start getting success with your matches. I'll also be talking about other issues such as how to spot red flags, identify time wasters, to stay out the friend zone, how to deal with ghosting, simmering, and icing. Not only will I be giving you exactly what you need, copy and paste, I'll also be explaining to you the reason why I'm writing what I'm writing so you can understand the psychology and know what behaviours to look out for and which ones to avoid. This product is packed with value. I've tried to cram as much as I can into a short amount of time as possible while being the most informative. If you're a man and you're confused and frustrated with what to text with online dating, this product is the solution for you to get more dates in less time. Click the link in the description box below to buy the product and change your dating life forever.